war number 2 with a very, very different team for me. I usually run none of these 3 champs. I think I've taken Gallon into like maybe 2 or 3 wars last season, probably only 2. But, you know, I never really got to use him often. Anyway, I'm starting on Path 8 this war, which is very different for me. Usually on Path 1. I did Path 8 one other war, I think, since I've been in Tier 2, and so I was just refreshing myself on the nodes. I can't remember if they even changed from season to season anyway, but I'm going to start off with this Quicksilver with, right here, this is my only fight with rank 3 Masacre. I rank 4 in mid-war, as you see in the thumbnail, so the rest of his fights you'll see him at rank 4, but against this Quicksilver here, the main game plan was just watch my parries, only trigger his evade when I'm ready for it, and just get to SP2 and kill him. So the thing with Masacre's SP2 is that in order to get a safe opening to throw it into block, you really want to not use him against miss-counter champions. So what we really need to do for this fight is make sure Quicksilver does not reach 300 of his momentum, which is when he becomes unable to be missed. So we're just gonna throw the SP2 here, and since he's not at 300, it was perfectly safe to do so. He didn't try to counter me anyway, but you know, we need to be safe obviously because we're in war, and we finished with a full yellow bar because of willpower healing from those whiplashes I left on myself. So, perfectly easy fight. I was sharing that fight. You can see there was one on the path before it that got taken, but it wasn't by me. I was sharing Path 8 with someone else. And I'm moving back to my Path 1 against this Kingpin here, and I'm using Kitty Pryde, and this is probably one of the first times I've ever used my rank 3 Kitty Pryde, even though I rank 3'd her almost a year ago at this point. It was probably sooner than that, but man, I feel like I've never used this champion since I rank 3'd her, so it is kind of cool to be able to use her. I do know how to play her. I'm not going to say I'm the best Kitty player out there, but I definitely do know how to use her, so. Against this Kingpin here, I'm going to be only baiting SP1s and then go for my SP3 to build up to a massive SP2. The reason I'm doing this rotation is because I want a massive SP2, because with Never Back Down, he's going to be healing a lot, so I want to try to kill him, like, immediately. So we're going to be building to that massive SP2 where we can kill him immediately. So we're just going to get to the SP3 as soon as possible. He's making us take a very long time because he really doesn't want to throw those SP1s. I ideally don't let him throw SP2 just because I'm waiting for so long because it's unstoppable. And what I'm going to try to do here is once I get to SP3, I want to push him to SP3 so that I get a bunch of power rate from Kitty's Awaken ability after he throws it. And usually when you knock the opponent down with an SP3, they have a very high chance, or almost guaranteed chance, of throwing their SP3. So that's just the game plan here. And man, this AI is completely ridiculous. He's just not throwing his SP1s when I'm baiting them, so it makes the fight last almost twice as long as it needs to. But we did get him to shift into overpower, meaning he lost his rage, giving him extra combat power rate, so we don't have to bait as many specials for a little bit of time. This is a rank 5 Kingpin with my rank 3 Kitty too, so it is a very tanky guy. I'm probably going to rank 4 my Kitty pretty soon after this war, because she is a really cool champion, and one that I do want to use in war a lot, because I do think that she is one of the best war champions in the game. I don't think I'll be using her much in Battlegrounds, but I definitely think she's cracked for war. And holy crap, dude. I almost had a heart attack from that Kingpin, waiting to throw his SP3 until the very last second. Like, the AI of this entire Kingpin fight was just out of whack, because he has no intention of throwing his specials immediately like he should be. So I feel very blessed that I didn't get screwed over there. It was so scary. Anyway, well, now we have to build our prowess to get to the massive SP2, which is a little bit annoying because we're close to another SP3 and we don't want to throw in a second SP3 if we can help it, so I think I'm going to settle for only like 10 prowess, yeah, 10, which still does a really large amount of damage. It's not enough to kill him, but I'm going to get to an SP1 to finish him off. I'm triggering that regen again, which is unfortunate, but we did get enough prowess to phase again, and we just throw this SP1, and because Kitty has extra crit rate, we could get that SP2 to crit and kill him, so it was very long, but very easy. Again, almost had that heart attack moment from him not throwing his SP3 until just the last second, but, you know, we're perfectly fine, we're perfectly chilling, it wasn't that hard. So, here we go with my Masacre going to rank 4. This is my 23rd rank 4, and I'm happy because he is a pretty decent war champ, but for Battleground specifically, this guy's going to be extremely useful for me. And Masacre is also tactics, so I would not be surprised one bit if I get him assigned in future wars to come, quite often if I'm being honest. So, I'm going to reapply my boost here, and now I have this Doom on same path, path 1, section 2, and really easy fight with Gallon. My Gallon's only rank 3, so I need to plan my harvest cycle accordingly. So what I figured would be the best way to go about dealing the harvest cycle is SP2 into SP1. The reason I'm doing this is because I don't think my Gallon can do enough damage in one 999 harvest cycle to wipe out Doom before he gets his regen. So I'm going to do basically split my harvest cycle in half and go for one about 600 harvest and then another one about 500 harvest, and that will make it to where I'll completely bypass his awaken ability. So we're just going to get ready to throw our SP2. We're going to heavy attack. Is it this combo? Yes, it's this combo. And we're just going to use this unstoppable to counterpunch and build up my mass a little bit more. Bait this SP2 just to be safe. And I did get tapped there, but luckily Gallon's unstoppable is great. And yeah, I've got a lot of practice dexing his SP2, so I don't have to worry about that. We had 590 mass on that SP2, got rid of half his health, so we're going to try to get another 590 to do the other half before his regen kicks in. Start our harvest early, and we have 20 mass, so the SP1 consumes a lot of it and gives us like about 200 extra mass just from consuming it. It might be exact, no, I think it's exactly 200, so it's 510, and I think I was just barely able to kill him, if I'm being honest, so I probably should have done one extra combo before doing that SP1, but it was fine. We did have enough, so. Alright, next up, we have this Korg on, I don't know what node this is, but it's got high energy diet, and I'm just gonna flat out say it, this is the most embarrassing fight I'll probably ever put on my channel. It was bad. So the game plan here was get my initial light intercept, and then we're chilling, because we can just do our mediums whenever we want, because we're kitty pride. And now I'm in the corner, and I can't really hit him, because he's going to go unstoppable constantly, and I'm just like, okay, I think I'm done. I think I'm pretty much dead here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. I tried to get a light attack there, just to be able to... I could have probably hit him there if I dexed the SP2, but I think I was just freaking out at that point. And I was so frustrated that I forgot to record me beating the fight. I did finish the fight pretty easily on the second revive. Again, if we just got at that initial light intercept, it would have been absolutely easy. And that's how it went for the second attempt. And I just completely forgot to record because I was so flustered off of that. I went directly to the line chat after my death, freaking out, and yeah, it wasn't fun. I wasn't in a great mind space then, so I just completely forgot to re-record. But anyway, here's this terrifying mini-boss that I was talking about, where I needed the rank 4 Masacre, or I really wanted a rank 4 Masacre. So this is Mysterio, and he's placed on this node because with brute force, I can't always get rid of the degen because I have to wait a long time to get rid of his whatever his forms are. You know, he's got the damage reflect phase, he's got the miss phase, so I gotta spend a lot of time waiting. So the brute force is always gonna tick me down a little bit, but with strikers in war now, strikers can't miss, meaning I can get rid of the brute force by doing that. And so that's really helpful. Like, strikers being in war now, not only do they make Silk more cracked, so I absolutely love that, but they allow me to do cool things like cheesing out brute force like that, and making this Mysterio much, much easier, so that's a big blessing. And now I just need to throw my SP2 as soon as I can. We're definitely taking a lot more health loss than I would have liked for this fight, but it's not that big a deal. We're almost at the SP2, and he's almost dead anyway, so this SP2 did so much extra damage. And yeah, he did it great. I'm really happy with how Masacre did, and I can't wait to use him in further wars and in battlegrounds. I really like the guy. And anyway, that was my war. I had just a completely ridiculous, embarrassing kitty fight at the end, which is unfortunate, and I really wish I recorded me cleaning the fight up, because I think I did a pretty good job cleaning it up on the second attempt. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Here's the results of what we are at now with the standings, and yeah, that's it for me. Thanks for watching.